Rob, we are going to stick with the NFL, and I hate to bring this up to you, but hey, it's the truth. Tom Brady, according to the Sports Business Journal, is the most marketable player in the NFL. Now, before you go ballistic, let me kind of explain the whole survey. All right. The Daily, they conducted a survey of sports business executives, marketing analysts, and media members, both on the air and off the air. You know, media on the air and broadcast media, print media. And they all agreed, or they all voted Tom Brady as the most marketable player in the NFL. So this is not just one writer's opinion. This is not somebody in Boston who's a Patriots fan writing it. This is a survey of various media members and branding experts, okay? Marketing experts.
We know in this country, voting doesn't always go the right way, so I'm just going to say that.
Hey,
all right?
All I'm saying is Tom Brady is the most marketable player in the NFL, and I agree. I do agree.
And you know what I say to that? No way, no how is Tom Brady the most marketable. Tom Brady says nothing. He's a boring Captain Obvious quote. Tom Brady is gee whiz, aw shucks. I don't know. They asked Tom Brady once, was he a cheater during the whole Deflategate thing? And Tom Brady shrugged his shoulders and said, I don't think so. That's what Tom Brady gives you. He's not marketable because he has a personality or because people are hanging on his every word to hear the wisdom that he throws out. It just has to do with them winning.
It doesn't matter why.
I'm just saying he's not.
That's not what the survey was.
But
why
they got
is he
it
the most
wrong.
marketable?
He's not.
The survey is he really?
They got it wrong.
Okay,
they got
hold
it wrong.
on, Rob Parker.
He's not.
He's got endorsements deals with Under Armour.
That's fine. I get it.
Hold on. With Aston Martin.
I get it.
Hold on. You don't get it.
I do get it.
Hewer. And his TB12 is a rousing success. His Time Against Time was a rousing success. He's got the second most Instagram or social media followers of anybody in the
Chris,
NFL.
It has nothing to do with Tom Brady. It has to do with the Patriots winning 6 Super Bowls.
To do with.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Obviously, these endorsements, I named some of the biggest,
but that's because
best companies in the world.
That's
They're
because
not
he's won. That's all.
Oh, really?
But Bill Belichick's won 6.
Let me tell you why it is, Rob. This is why it is. Because this is Tom Brady's theme song. Hit it.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And they stay there.
And they say, yeah.
He wins. That's what people want. They want a winner. When I want to wear a watch, I want to wear a watch that a winner's wearing. When I want to wear a suit, I want to wear a suit that a winner's wearing. When I want to wear a pair of sneakers or a t-shirt, I want a shirt that the winner's wearing. Michael Jordan, he was a winner. That's why Jordans are the best. That's what he does. He wins, Rob. I don't care that he's
absolutely
vanilla.
wrong, and that's why we just talked about it with Will Blackman. He just brought it up. The whole thing about OBJ, who hasn't won jack. He hasn't even won. With the Giants, they won nothing.
Marketable.
He is more marketable.
Really?
Yes,
Why
he
did he
is.
get voted that?
He is more marketable.
You know more than these branding experts?
These guys don't know what they're doing.
How many endorsements
Tom Brady
does he have?
is milk toast, is white bread. He does nothing. He doesn't move the needle. If it wasn't for
jokes on Instagram.
Oh, please. Tom Brady.
They might be corny, but so what? Your jokes are corny.
He might be the dullest athlete we've ever had.
Oh,
he has very little charisma. He's like a gee whiz, shucks country boy.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, what is that?
I mean, seriously. You keep saying
it doesn't play.
You keep saying
it doesn't play for Madison Avenue.
You keep saying gee whiz,
Tom Brady.
shucks.
Did you see him in the Ugg boots dancing? Go look at that video and tell me that's the guy you want wearing your boots, trying to be fashionable and trying to sell your product. I would have been embarrassed if I was Ugg boots. Go look at the video, Chris. He looks like a doofus doing that dance with those boots on.
That's fine. But some people relate to that. Even if he's corny, even if, as you say, he's gee whiz, he's all shucks. So what? Peyton Manning comes, all those commercials.
Peyton Manning was funny.
We got to go one at a time. All those commercials with Peyton Manning, you're right, he is funny, but what character is he in? Gee whiz, all shucks. I'm this big insurance. Play these. Now, what is the brand he's with? Nationwide. Play these songs he's saying to the country singer. It's gee whiz, all shucks. That markets to some people.
No, but you've never watched him on Saturday Night Live. He's funny.
I'm not saying Tom, he is funny. I'm not saying Tom Brady is the coolest. That's not what the survey said. I'm not saying he's the most suave. I'm not saying he's the hippest, but the dude is marketable and the endorsement deals prove it. And on top of that, he wins. Hit it!
DJ Khaled! Yeah. All I do is win,
no matter what.
Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And they stay there.
And they say yeah.
Sing it with me, Rob. Sing it with me, Rob.
Cause all I do is win.
Nope, not.
Rob, join in.
I think I'm moving to Mexico.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. They get the picture. He wins, Rob. That's what people want, a winner.
Bill Belichick wins, and he doesn't have any deals. You know why? He's boring as hell. He's a grumpy old man. He does nothing, and he's done nothing but win. Greg Popovich has been a winner in the NBA as a head coach. You know why he doesn't get anything? He also is grumpy and has crazy hair and skin. He doesn't get any endorsements. So it ain't always about winning, Chris Broussard. You're wrong. It's not always about winning.
You mentioned coaches.
No, I'm telling you. Pat Riley,
coaches.
Pat Riley got deals. Go
Really?
look. Yes, he did.
What commercial
Nick
do you
Saban
remember
has
Pat Riley
deals.
from?
Nick Saban has deals.
I
Go
don't remember
look.
them from any commercial.
Yes, they got it. Look, Google it.
Tom Brady is the most marketable. Under Armour, Aston Martin, Tag Heuer, TB12 is soaring. Time against
You see how
time.
he ignored
People
what I
loved
said?
it.
You see what I ignored? He ignored it. Tom,
And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say this. I think if Bill Belichick wanted endorsement deals and all that, you could market Belichick.
No, you can't.
You could easily make commercials with him. He probably won't do them, but you could make light of his personality, the fact that he doesn't say anything.
Tim Duncan
and
won
make some
5 out of 6
interesting commercials.
championships.
I don't know.
He was another guy who was worse than paint drying. Nobody was interested
You gonna
in
thank
that.
Rob G on the air for that?
Dude, I don't care.
know he whispered in
He
your
didn't
ear.
say anything about Tim
Rob
Duncan.
G, did
He's
you
busy.
whisper that in his ear?
He's busy.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm too busy printing out lift receipts right now.
It's only 45. What's
Why
wrong
does
with
it
you?
upset you so much, Rob?
Nothing
That
upsets
Tom
me.
Brady is the most
I'm just telling you he's
marketable player in the
not.
NFL.
I'm telling you he's
How
not.
can he? Look at all the endorsement
It doesn't
deals he
matter.
has.
I'm telling you he's the.
Well, what's the definition of marketable?
I'm
you got
telling you there are
marketing
other.
deals.
I'm telling you. You said it was about because he wins. I'm telling
that's
you.
one of the reasons.
OBJ.
That's a big reason.
OBJ hasn't won anything with the Giants or with the Browns, and look at the deals that he has.
OBJ was low on the list. Not low, but he was like 5th.
No, but whether or not, but does he have deals, national deals? He has one with Calvin Klein underwear right now as we speak.
OBJ was 3rd, but still. Yeah, because
But what has he
OBJ
won, though?
does-
What has he won?
No, I'm not saying it's only because he won. I'm just saying that's a big part of it. And you're right, OBJ doesn't win, or at least hasn't to this point, but he is colorful. I would never argue that Brady is more colorful, more exciting, more fun to listen to or watch or look at or whatever, groovier, hipper, cooler than OBJ. But that doesn't mean he can't be marketable.
In your
He's
world.
marketable.
I'm not saying he's not.
No,
I get
in
it,
the
but-
world, not in my world, in the world.
No, in your
This
world.
wasn't Chris Broussard's survey.
Yeah, but you agree with it. His
I
surveys
think it's
are wrong.
right. I mean, look at the endorsement deals.
Surveys are
You
wrong,
can't
too.
argue it. These are facts. Tag Heuer, Under Armour, Aston Martin, Uggs.
How many
Those
times
are
are you going to
facts.
give them plugs on the radio? We heard it. You named them 4 times.
Why are you so upset?
Are you getting a free car or something that I don't know about? So you keep
I
them?
wish I was. Aston Martin, those are fresh.
For Christmas, I'm going to get you a pair of Tom Brady Ugg boots. That's the Christmas present.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right. But you got to dance like Tom Brady.
Nah, I got rhythm.
Now you even
But
saying he
just because
doesn't
you don't
rhythm.
have rhythm doesn't mean you're not marketable. The G Wiz all shucks can work. That's what, and you're right, Peyton Manning is hilarious. But in those nationwide commercials, is he not G Wiz all shucks?
Yeah, but that's just a character. I'm saying when you watched him on Saturday Night Live, I don't know how, have you watched him on? He's funny. He really is funny.
I'm not so sure Tom Brady can't be that. Did we know Peyton was that funny when he was a player?
No, I didn't know.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But I've listened to enough of Tom Brady to say that he doesn't say anything. I don't. It's not like he enlightens me on anything.
But no, on Instagram he tries to crack his jokes. They're corny, but so that can be marketable. I'm just saying, again, it's not groovy. It's not the coolest. It's not the hippest. Give me a USC Chris. Give me a little theme music as I go out. All he does is win. All right, your turn to weigh in. 877-99 on Fox. Is Tom Brady really the most marketable player in the NFL?
All right, let's start with Patrick in North Carolina. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What you got, Patrick?
Hey, fellas, what's going on, Rob?
How
Chris?
you?
What's up, man?
I'm doing great. Rob, I told you the other day when I called that I would agree with Chris one time.
Yes.
Well, his one time has come and gone, brother.
Yes,
okay?
man.
Because I'm going to tell you this right now. There's no way Tom Brady's the most marketable. Think about the people who work every day. Can they afford an Aston Martin?
No.
Can they afford Rolex watches?
No.
So he caters to the rich people. And Chris, by the way, you are so in love with him. Why don't you just go on up there, shine up his Aston Martin, shine up his Rolex,
That's right.
and kiss his ring? I'm out.
No, don't.
Oh, I know you put him up to that,
No,
Rob.
I did not.
The way he came at me, I know you put him up
I
to
did
that.
not. I had nothing to do with it.
That must be
Unbelievable.
one of your high school buddies you texted.
I always got to be somebody I'm texting. Is that how it works?
I'm just saying.
How about Mark in Sacramento? You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
Well, you can't say this about me, Chris. I'm siding with Rob on this, too. Man, it all depends on where you're trying to market Tom Brady and to what segment of the population. Don't take that brush that you got and spread this Tom Brady paint over everybody about marketing because a bunch of guys with some numbers said so. That's a crock and crap. I'm with you on this one, Rob. Go get him. Get him some more.
Yes. No
Hold on.
doubt. No
Hold on.
doubt.
You can say that, Mark, about everybody. Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't relate to everybody. Baker Mayfield doesn't relate to everybody. Tom Brady doesn't. Heck, everybody doesn't like Michael Jordan and LeBron James either.
No, but
that
Tom
doesn't mean
Brady,
they're not marketable.
Tom Brady, his model wife, he just sold his house for $1
so
gazillion.
we should hold that against him 'cause he got a model wife?
Yes, and $1
All
gazillion.
these players
All
have
that.
model wives.
Not all of them. I've
They're
seen
not
some.
models, but they look good enough.
Some of them. All right, Jabril.
And Under Armour for who was the first caller that was on your side? Under Armour. That's the everyman's product.
Jabril in Atlanta. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jabril?
Hey, what's happening?
How you?
Hey, Chris, you 0 for 3.
Yes.
Oh man, y'all
look,
tripping.
I'm
now.
with. No, we not
Wow.
tripping. I'm going with the first caller. OBJ got the richest contract out of any NFL. He got a shoe contract. He got the richest NFL shoe contract out of any NFL player in history. And like the first caller said, most of Tom Brady stuff is catered towards, like high end.
Hold on.
Not
Enough
with
for
the-
that.
not with the-
Under Armour? Under Armour's standing toward high end.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
but the
nah,
other
I ain't
ones.
gonna say
My
Under
daughters
Armour.
wear
I ain't gonna
Uggs,
say
for
Under
goodness
Armour.
sake.
You're rich.
But what about Nike?
You're rich,
Nike,
Chris.
Stop it.
Nike, that's the most popular. That's the most popular, clothing shoe. Not
Apparel.
shoe, but,
apparel.
Yeah.
Right? And sneaker
Yeah,
company.
it is. And he got the richest contract. He got more Instagram followers. I can't see Tom
No,
Brady.
he doesn't have more
Tom
social
Brady
media
too much.
followers.
He
He's got
more
less
Instagram
than
followers.
Brady. He got
more
less
Instagram.
social media.
Instagram the king.
Hey,
Man, stop it.
hey, Jabril, next time I'm in Atlanta, man, meet me at the spot.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
Jabril, don't get in trouble,
What?
man.
He ain't gonna get in trouble.
You married, Jabril?
I'm gonna take you where the best Hot Wheels is. Yeah, I'm married. I'm gonna bring my wife too.
Then
He said he gonna bring the wife too. I love it. Yes.
Hang up. Turn the phone up. There's enough. We're a family show.
Josh in Colorado, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey,
What's happening?
What's up,
Hey,
man?
man.
Come on,
I
you
just
got to
wanted
be
to
with
weigh-
me.
No, I just wanted to weigh in and say that who in the NFL emulates perfection more than Tom Brady? I mean, he's everything. I mean, he's perfect. You think Aston Martin's going to put Odell Beckham, behind him? I mean, who's going to put Odell's Paris video, and
Good point.
Tom Brady cheated, though. You want a cheater for marketing your products?
No, I want a great father, a wonderful husband. I mean, he plays for a team that nobody is safe at, and he's the last man standing. So
Did he cheat?
Rack him.
Did he
Rack
cheat?
him. This is a great
Rack him,
Rack
Rob.
him.
Great call.
Josh,
Absolutely great call.
Did Tom Brady ever cheat?
No. He played. I don't believe he cheated. I believe that things.
Bill Belichick cheated.
No,
And
I mean that's
the
easy,
equipment
that's
guy.
Easy cop out, Rob. That's easy cop out. But I mean, Odell Beckham. I mean, he's marketable for two things really: the catch and his hair. Outside of that, I mean, yeah, he's hip, he's cool, but is Aston Martin, is Tag Heuer, are these guys going to really put their name behind? Who else emulates perfection more than Tom Brady?
That's a great call. And here's the thing, Rob.
Ain't no great call.
Hold on. You name me an athlete that would not love to have Aston Martin and Tag Heuer deals. Name me one. Straight from the hood, gutter, pants sagging, hip hop loving. All of them would love to have Aston Martin or Tag Heuer. They would.
877-99 on Fox.
Just like you wearing Gucci sneakers.
Not today. I got on new Jordans.
You got a new pair?
Yeah.
You just went out? What kind?
No, my buddy hooked me up with the 5s. With the stone, the white ones.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture. Jerry in Kentucky, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
All right, first of all, I don't know where CB got that little whack dude that just answered the call and said that Tom Brady was perfection. But I grew up middle class, working family, and I'm thinking that there's nobody more marketable than maybe LeBron James is a family man, got a great wife, does a lot for the community. Tom Brady don't do nothing. All he does is sit up there and grin and act like he's the greatest player ever to play football. So he's not marketable. My son, when he looks up, my son says a couple people on the NFL, and guess who he never says? He never says Tom Brady.
Who are the people he says?
Rack 'em, CB.
Who are the people he says? Who's he say?
Who's my son wants to be?
Yeah.
My son, he wants to be Todd Gurley. He wants to be that the dude that catches Odell Beckham.
Right.
He loves that cat. Patty Mahomes, because my son is a mixed child like that. He wants to be those cats. He don't want to be no corny, old shucks, Tom
Gee whiz,
Brady.
yes.
Hey, let me ask you this. Would you want Tom Brady, if he weren't married, he's the kind of guy you like to date your daughter?
Who? No.
Really? Clean
too
cut,
corny.
gonna provide for the family. Looks like he's gonna be faithful from what I see. That's what you want.
LeBron James, Steph Curry, any of them cats that mess with LeBron.
Chris.
I love them too. I love them too.
Chris, all right. Hey, Jerry, who is that? Jerry, thanks, man. Chris.
What?
You just kill me, man. This is the fallacy that is Tom Brady. You don't remember that Tom Brady left his pregnant girlfriend for the model wife he has now? Do you remember that? How come that
didn't
story?
remember that.
But that's a real story that nobody ever talks about.
And that's real.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. So he's not perfect.
I'm not condoning that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Did I ever say he was perfect?
No, but you were saying, you'd like your daughter to date him.
I didn't say my daughter.
I wouldn't want my daughter
because fine.
What if she gets knocked up and he
I'd rather
leaves
have
her?
somebody clean cut that is upstanding.
You think that's upstanding, leaving your pregnant girlfriend for a model?
No, that wasn't.
Worst throw in 10 years by
That's
Tom Brady.
definitely wasn't.
All right. I just want to make sure you didn't forget
I ain't saying the dude's perfect.
Okay. All right.
All I'm saying is all he does is win. That's all I'm saying. And y'all hating because he winning. That's it. Brother's upset. All right. Anyway, we are glad to bring it out. There's so much to ask him about college football and pro football. He was a great running back, former All-Pro, and now a Fox college football analyst. It is none other than Robert Smith. Robert, what's happening,
What's up, Robert?
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
I'm great. And now, Robert, I'm just going to tell you this.
We were talking about you earlier.
Rob was trying to shame me at the beginning of the show, saying
What a shock.
he was saying there were no great light-skinned running backs, and we determined you were the greatest light-skinned running back of all time. Is that fair? I think you were.
I wear the badge proudly, my man. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
And it's fun. It's funny because we had nicknames for the running backs, and they were all like 3-letter abbreviations. So we had chocolate ass dude, we had dark ass dude, we had Jimmy Kleinsasser was WAD Wad. He was white ass dude, and I was light ass dude. So and we always joke we had the whitest backfield in the NFL with 1.5 white guys in the backfield.
That is perfect.
That is hilarious, man. But I was saying that. I mean, this was the first thing I want to ask you about because you retired at age 28. You were coming off your best year, 1,500 yards rushing, and you walked away. We all knew, even from college that you had, even high school. I was in Ohio when you played in high school, and, you wanted to be a doctor. You had a lot of other interests. What was your take, being that you walked away, we could say in your prime, of Andrew Luck? I know you weren't banged up necessarily like he was, but what was your take on him, retiring early, and even Gronk, if you want to throw him in?
Yeah, well, I think with Andrew Luck in particular, because of the combination of the injuries and the frustration, and quite frankly, the money now, I mean, is even so much different than when I played. I mean, quarterbacks are making more in a season than I've made in my entire career, and I made good money. But my last season was the only season I didn't miss any games, and I still needed knee surgery after the year.
Wow.
So I wasn't truly injured, but I had done enough damage earlier in my career. I had an ACL repair in my rookie season, but I also broke the bottom of my femur, so I did some damage to the cartilage and needed to have a microfracture, I believe, after the 98 season, and then again after that last season. I was like, man, I'm literally going to be a 45-year-old knee replacement guy. Here I am at 47, and I can run with the kids, and only some minimal swelling in there. And the phrase I always use is that it's better to walk away early than to limp away late. And I have people say to me all the time, "Man, you walked away too early," and I laugh like it's better than walking away too late because we know what the game can do, and only people that play the game truly understand just how difficult it is, number one, to play the game, in any sense, physically, but then to have to rehab and come back and, play this game. I played my last 4 years on 2 surgically repaired knees.
Wow.
So it was time.
No doubt. Let's flip over to college football, and there's obviously Ohio State, Urban Meyer's done. He's a TV analyst now for Fox. But when we talk about Jim Harbaugh and Michigan, is this one of those things where if he beats Ohio State finally without Urban Meyer being there, well, people say, well, Urban's not there, that's why he wins. And if he loses to Ohio State, right, without Urban being there, he's in a tough spot. It's like I don't think he wins either way, does he?
Well, if you're a Michigan fan, you haven't won since 2011 against Ohio State. You're going to take that win no matter what. So I don't think there's going to be any pushback if he beats Ohio State. Of course, without Urban Meyer, I think there's a lot of pressure on Ryan Day, quite frankly, because Urban won 7 straight, And when you talk about recruiting and you talk about perception becoming reality, if people think that the tides have turned because of one game, and we know how impressionable young athletes can be, then all of a sudden they start believing that Michigan may be the answer instead of Ohio State. But there's no question. I mean, he's had his struggles, and even against Ohio State, there's a fourth down play a couple years ago. There have been some really close games, even in that stretch. That Urban won 7, and that Jim Harbaugh has lost 4 straight. But this is all the pieces are really in place because Ohio State has to replace so many people, particularly on the offensive line. You got a new quarterback. Harbaugh brings in Josh Gaddish, the OC who had been at Alabama. It's really an offense that they're going to change to that fits Shea Patterson. Everything's lining up, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that if he loses that game to Ohio State, that people are going to say, let's get rid of him, because the question then becomes, okay, if we replace him, who are we going to replace him with? There's certainly going to be pressure, but hey, man, buy the ticket, take the ride. That's college football, at the highest level in coaching.
The odd couple were joined by former All-Pro running back, Fox Sports college football analyst Robert Smith. Rob brought up Urban Meyer, and I don't know if he's retracted this since then, but he said recently that Trevor Lawrence is the greatest college quarterback in history. Did you see that?
I saw that he took back a comment about Trevor, but I had not seen the original comment.
That must have been it. Did you, Rob G? Did you see a retraction? Okay, he did retract it,
so he walked it back.
Yeah,
that was a little over the top.
I like Trevor Lawrence. Talk about that was way over the top, but he is a great prospect. What do you think about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's incredible. Just so poised. And, when the season started last year, obviously Kelly Bryant was the starter and you had a great defense, but as the season progressed, I didn't think that when you got into the playoffs, when you got into those high pressure games, that they could continue. And now, obviously, he's got a lot of great talent around him too. You got a great receiving core. Travis Etienne at running back. So you've got some horses on that offense, but I think his poise, his placement, he's an incredible young player, and it's crazy that because of the rule the way that it is, he's got no shot at turning pro before next year. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that one plays out.
Robert, one more thing from me. The Pac-12 is talking about 9 a.m. kickoffs. They want to appeal to the East Coast, and they want to get more of their games and get attention and all that, so they want to start at 9 a.m. Is that cool? Is that fair to fans that they have to go to the game so early, college football, or is this just the world we live in where television is more important than actual fans in the stands?
Yeah, and obviously they're not going to try it this year. I think it was a little bit too late,
right,
really, to try and schedule anything like that. But is it fair? I think if the fans are going to show up, they're going to show up. The West Coast, obviously a lot of distractions out there,
right.
A lot of other things to do. But it's like a lot of fan bases. I don't want to say that it's only the Pac-12, but you got a lot of fair weather fans out there. And if the product is better, people will show up. And if they think that's going to help them kind of getting prime spots at 12, where you don't have the competition at the 4 o'clock or in the prime time window at 8 o'clock, then they can certainly go ahead and try it. So I think it's possible that they'll do it. I think that they'll have some of those games, I believe, at that 9 o'clock window next year.
Robert, we've got 30 seconds left. Clemson and Alabama are obviously 1-2 in all the polls. Is there anybody you could see beating one of those two for the national championship?
You always have so many things that happen during the course of a season. Obviously, Alabama loses Dylan Moses, great linebacker, and Nick Saban got all salty last year saying you can't just roll guys in there, even in Alabama. So there are a lot of things that could happen, even within the SEC, LSU, Auburn going to be a lot better, A&M. So let's not just hand it to them. But if there are teams out there, I would look at an Oklahoma, maybe with Jalen Hurts, or even Texas with Sam Ehlinger at quarterback. They got a lot of faces to replace on the defensive side. And we just don't know. We don't know how good Ohio State and Michigan is going to be, but I think those are really the best bets outside of the other teams that have any kind of legitimate shot to knock off Clemson or Alabama.
All right, he's Robert Smith, the lad. Is that what it was, the lad?
The lad.
Right.
The best light-skinned running back in the history of football. That's right.
That's right.
Oh, let me throw Georgia in there too. Of course, I forgot about that. Georgia.
Oh, Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duke. Eddie, we called him Duke, short for Marmaduke at Ohio State.
Okay.
Yeah, he fits into that light skin running back category too. So we'll give him in there.
All right, Robert. Great
always,
stuff,
man.
We look forward to watching you and talking to you during the season.
All right, sounds good, guys.
All right.
Later.